सब्सक्राइब कीजिए वन इंडिया यूट्यूब हिंदी चैनल, बेल आइकन दबाइए और पाइए सबसे पहले खबरें।
Hello, you have logged into One India News and this is Mariam. At a time when the Narendra Modi government is planning to deport around 40,000 Rohingyas staying in various parts of the country, the debate over granting asylum to refugees is heating up. Noted Supreme Court advocate and founder of Human Rights Law Network, Colin Gonsalves, writes an opinion in a renowned newspaper and stated that the law is clear that India cannot deport Rohingyas. Gonsalves, who has won the 2017 Right to Livelihood Award, wrote in the newspaper, "The government says that since the Rohingyas are illegal migrants, they can be deported. The initial part is right, but the conclusion is wrong. The government of India can certainly take over refugee determination, but it must surely deal with the United Nations with courtesy and recognize the enormous work done by the UNHCR, all to India's benefit and security concerns." In the article, he wrote that India has a fair reputation on the refugee issue, having taken in Sri Lankans, Tamils, Afghans, Tibetans and Myanmaris. This is why the reaction of the government of India on the Rohingya issue does not quite make sense. He wrote, "Apart from being wrong on law, it creates an impossible situation and tarnishes India's image abroad. Since Article 21, that is the right to life of the Constitution, covers all persons and not just citizens, the state is duty-bound to protect the lives of citizens and foreigners alike. This is how the principle of non-refoulement or non-return, which bars a country from deporting a refugee to any country where she might be raped, murdered or tortured, has been interpreted as inhering in the Article 21. He further wrote, "As far as the security issue is concerned, I visited some 23 refugee settlements in Jammu. Not a single refugee in Jammu has been charged with terrorism. On the possibility of radicalization of Rohingyas and of terrorist organizations fishing in troubled waters, he said that there are no signs of radicalization of the Rohingya population." He also wrote, "How a traumatized population responds and develops depends on how it is treated. Treat them with dignity and the little Rohingya girl would give so much to the country. Give them a brutal demolition and perhaps some may join the ranks of militants." He wrote, "Their future and ideological orientation lies in our hands." He also said, "Take the case of the Sri Lankan refugees who fled to India in large numbers, all of them with LTTE tattooed on their hearts. The Indian government did not take the stand that the possibility of radicalization disentitled them from being treated humanely in Indian refugee camps. The same approach must be taken with the Rohingyas as well. The government says that since the Rohingyas are illegal migrants, they can be deported. The initial part is right, but the conclusion is wrong. Migrants are divided into economic migrants and refugees. Both enter the country without valid visas or passports. Economic migrants searching for jobs cannot demand that they be allowed to remain under existing Indian jurisprudence. They may be deported. Refugees, however, are distinguished from others in that they flee persecution in their country of origin. Once they enter India, they are protected by the Constitution and cannot be returned. It is odd that the officials have not been shown the guidelines of the Home Ministry regarding refugees, where it is said that people fleeing persecution will not be treated as illegal migrants and will be granted long-term visas." That's all for now. For more news and updates, please subscribe to One India News.